Hello my friends and happy Friday. If you are going to work, you're gonna have a fantastic day. And if you just came from work, well, it's Friday, so go and have fun. My friends, today, theoretically, I'm not sure if it happens yet, but it's gonna be a different video because today I'm gonna try and attempt to show you what I usually cannot show you. Explosions and battle footage. Let's see if YouTube allows me to do that. But before we go into this military grim stuff, I want to show you a nice little human story. 2 days ago, it was the biggest POW, prisoner of war exchange between Ukraine and Russia. 240 plus Ukrainian POWs were led back to Ukraine, or they returned as heroes to Ukraine, and a big amount of those people were from Azovstal, from Mariupol. Also 250 Russian POWs went back to Russia, where they probably will be sent as meat assaults back to the front. Well, one of the Ukrainian POW heroes released was Helena, a combat medic of the 36th Marine Brigade, together with Mykola Hrytsenyak, her Marine boyfriend. So they were together on the battlefield in Mariupol. They were both taken to a POW in Russia, and Mykola, the man, was released before, and Helena was not exchanged for a long time until 2 days ago. So as you can see from the video, when she returned 2 days ago to her motherland as a hero, there was a surprise waiting for her. It was her boyfriend Mykola with roses and a marriage proposition. Yes, they got engaged as soon as she reached back to Ukraine. So the reality of Ukrainian heroes reaching back to their motherland is very much different than the reality of those Russian POWs, because they will be sent to the front. This story is beautiful and inspiring, and it gives me hope. I hope it does the same to you. My friends, now is the moment. We will watch battle footage, drone footage of Russian attack just as it happened. I haven't done this for close to a year because you cannot do it on YouTube. I'll attempt it again now. Let's see. This attack happened yesterday. This attack was a very typical Russian attack of about 5 armored personnel vehicles and tanks. And the first tank actually has a mine trail or mine, I don't know how you call it, claws attached to the front. And it happened near Sinivka in the Kharkiv region. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, Russian vehicles are approaching in one armored convoy, as they do always. And it also has a point to do it like that, because these fields here, as you can see, the destroyed vehicles already littering the fields, they're mined by Ukrainians. So they all have to follow these first tanks' tracks, because everywhere else is not cleared by mines. And this first tank, if we zoom in, we should be able to see that it has a mine clearing device attached to the front of it. And it's going a little bit ahead of the others to clear the mines and to soak up the fire. So the most dangerous position is in this tank. Let's see how the attack plays out. As you can see, they're quite deep into the minefields now, and you can see the mines here also. The rest of the convoy are following exactly in the track of the first one. And boom, it hit a mine. Can you see it? Bada-boom! Here it goes. And of course, the mine clearing device hits the mine, not the tank itself. So supposedly it should save the tank. That's what it's made for. Let's see how it performs. Well, the kaboom is huge. I'm guessing this whole tank is knocked out cold. And you can see the Ukrainian tracer rounds. Ukrainians are laying down ammunition, machine gun fire all across this convoy right now. And it's a very right moment, because this tank is fried. It's sent to sleep with the fishes, and the infantry is now dismounting and crawling away, as you can see. A very common sight in these Russian convoys. Other tanks followed up to it, 3 of them actually. Now they don't know where to go. And the next picture, we can already see all of these 3 vehicles abandoned. The entire crew of this entire attacking force has dismounted and is now running back on foot. So we have 5 vehicles. 1 is destroyed, and other 3 are just abandoned right now. Everybody's running back. And now there's 1 more vehicle. There was a Ukrainian kamikaze drone, as you can see. Bada-boom! Into it and into the side tracks to immobilize. See, these cheap small kamikaze drones, they don't really destroy this tank, but they can immobilize it, which is enough for Russians to leave the vehicle, which we have seen. We see it happening right here. They're dismounting, running away, and now only 1 tank remains mobile. And what does he do? Of course, he tries to make it back, because the rest of the infantry has already run away. Last tank on the battlefield, and boom, hits a mine because he leaves the tracks. And this is the very, oh, little fireworks, Very usual outcome of every kind of Russian assaults with armored convoys to Ukrainian positions. Oh, I'm sorry, there is one more. Perhaps he will make it back. Let's see, he just left the tracks. He's now on a minefield. He might make it back, but we don't know it yet. Nope, he hit the mine, as you can see. Boom. What are you gonna do? Well, that's the outcome. Demilitarized, knocked out cold, sent to sleep with the fishes, sent to push up sunflowers, sent to mate with their maker. Yeah, not an isolated event at all. Happens all the time. And now I will show you cluster munition. Look at this. Boom, this circle you see right here, this is a cluster munition. So they destroy the armor, Ukrainians destroy the armor, and then they send cluster munitions to finish off the infantry. And this happens daily in all across the front. This is where the Russian losses come from in the losses chart that you see. Now, I'm so glad I'm actually able to bring you the visuals, otherwise it's just numbers for you. Germany has delivered the latest military aid packet. It's only a few days old. I'll read you what's in it, or the most notable parts. Everybody has given a lot of crap to Germany because they have been very slow to react to aiding Ukraine. But now, in my eyes, they're picking up the slack and getting more points because they delivered SKYNEX air defense system with ammunition. The rest is also very important and very big, and thank you, Germany, but I want to focus on this SKYNEX because this is some Terminator stuff. Let's look into it. The developer and manufacturer of the SKYNEX air defense system is the German company Rheinmetall. The system is relatively new, having been introduced in the fall of 2021. So it is one of the newest air defense systems in the entire world right now, and it looks cool as hell. We're gonna watch a video. Each SKYNEX system comprises of 4 revolver gun Mk3 cannons, a CN1 control node, an X-Star 3D radar all mounted on HX trucks. And they shoot out, and we'll get to it in a video, you'll see them in action, they shoot out programmable air bursting ammunition that is effective against small targets out of range for up to 4 kilometers. Now, this explosion you see here in the photo, it is a bullet that was flying up until this point and exploded in mid-air. It's programmable where it explodes, and when it explodes, it projects, I don't know, a hole of metal, shrapnel, everything into this forward area, making a huge, thick cloud of small, fast-moving shrapnel, destroying everything if it's soft enough. Small drones, big drones, any kind of drones it will destroy, even ballistic missiles. Rheinmetall estimated the cost of the two systems at 182 million euros, with the costs covered by the German government. Dankeschön, Germans. This is nice, and I'm dying to show you the video because it's insanely cool. Watching this video, I would say the future is now, man. So we can see the drones are lifting up. This is CGI, of course, but these are real drones. They use CGI sometimes. The drones are moving. I'll fast forward for you to save time. They're moving to attack the SKYNEX system or attack a city behind it, whatever the case. In Ukrainian case, it would be Kiev, for example. Drones like that, These are, of course, very slow-moving drones, but it can also detect fast-moving drones. And look at this, baby. Looks amazingly cool. Whoa. This is what I want in my living room. Now, these drones right now are pretty far away. Boom! As you could see, all the operator did was it's aiming, autonomous, everything, locking targets. All he did was push the button. It did the rest of the work. Now, this was a burst. Like, you would guess it would destroy one drone with that burst because it's, 10 bullets for one drone. It's a small burst, right? That's how it looked like. Very cool. But the surprise lies in what it does with these very short bursts. Now we get to see it. And this is insane. All of the drones destroyed. Every drone with this burst. And you can see these explosions here. These explosions, it's about 1 kilometer from the gun itself. And these explosions happen right before the drone. So the ammunition was programmed to burst right before the drones. It's insanely smart. Look, It explodes here in mid-air like the explosion would come out of nothing and projects this thick cloud of shrapnel into the drone area, devastating everything that is flying. Boom, it all goes down. If that isn't cool, nothing is cool. I want that in my living room and all across Estonia. Germany, help us out. Now, my friends, some bad news, because North Korea has actually sent Russia their ballistic missiles. This information comes from CIA, and John Kirby of the United States delivered this information to us. It is now confirmed that Russia used North Korean ballistic missiles with a range of 900 kilometers against Ukraine. There were multiple launches, of which the first ended on an open field in Zaporizhia. Low North Korean quality is still a plus, but the situation is alarming. Yeah, these missiles are not very accurate, but they have the range and they have the explosives. So wherever they hit in a big, vast, urbanized area, even if they miss the target by a kilometer, if it's Kiev or Kharkiv, something will get hit. So for attacking big cities, unfortunately, very imprecise weapons like North Korean weapons are still extremely deadly. At the same time, Russia also negotiates to receive missiles from Iran, and unfortunately, Iran and North Korea combined have a huge, vast quantity of missiles. They don't have to be accurate to be extremely deadly for Ukrainian big cities. And connected to Russian missiles, North Korean missiles, and Iranian missiles, I'll read you a thread analyzing Russian missile effectiveness and Ukrainian anti-air defense systems effectiveness. All of the data is right here. This is brought to us by Sergei Sumleny. You can see him right on the screen. Let's look at the data from Russian-produced missiles. Modern day Russia-developed and Russia-produced K101, 555, and 55 and Calibre missiles get intercepted in large numbers. Russia has shot out 704 of these missiles I just named, and Ukraine has shot out 636, which makes the interception rate of 90%. Extremely good. Interception rate for Calibre missiles is 71, for Iskander missiles is 46, and H-59 missiles is 54. Now, Onyx anti-ship missiles, which Russia has shot to Odessa and Kharkiv, which Russia has shot only to Odessa, their intercept rate is 0, not because they're not possible to intercept, but because they are anti-ship missiles, they're extremely fast, and they're shot at a very close range to Odessa. So their interception time is seconds. Just based on that, you cannot intercept them. And unfortunately, H-22 and H-32 missiles, Ukraine has not been able to intercept any of those. Also, the percentage is 0. These missiles are extremely fast. Now we look at ballistic missiles, because these were right now cruise missiles. Ballistic missiles are Kinzhal, Iskander. The Iskander K was a cruise missile. Iskander is a ballistic missile. Kinzhal is a ballistic missile, and S-300 and S-400 anti-air defense system missiles are ballistic missiles. And yes, Russia is using those anti-air defense missiles to attack ground targets, mostly urbanized areas in Ukraine. Now, intercepting these S-300 and 400s is almost impossible. They're very fast. So the interception rate, Kinzhal interception rate has been 33%. And Iskander interception rate is 25%. So we can see that ballistic missiles are much more of a headache for Ukraine, because, as you can see, the S-300 missiles have been shot out, 400 of them. So that's a big number, and nothing can be done about them. Mostly Russia attacks Kharkiv with these missiles. And then Russia has shot out 3,200 Shahed drones, which Ukraine has intercepted 2,577. 81% of interception rate, which means Shaheds, most will be shot down. Especially with a weapon like SKYNEX, we just saw, this weapon would have no issues in shooting down Shaheds at all. Although Gepard, the old one, the previous generation anti-air defense system from Germany, is also doing an extremely good job. The issue with Gepard is the ammunition, because it is produced in Switzerland, and Swiss, they're not really keen in sending their production into Ukraine against Russia, because Russia holds a lot of money in Swiss banks. So that's a whole other issue. My friends, Finland joined NATO. Hooray! It happened a long time ago. Putin now threatened Finland with an energy weapon. They will not export gas or oil into Finland anymore. That means Finland will have to, be cold. They cannot use gas to heat their homes anymore. How did the Finnish respond? Let's look at the response. Oh no, it's cold in Finland. That will show them. Well, no, it's the Finnish. They were born like this. They enjoy the cold. You cannot manipulate them with cold. Look at these guys. They don't even need clothes. What are clothes? Some weird Western invention? We don't have clothes in Finland. Now, my friends, yesterday, the 4th of January, was the birthday of Budanov, the head of the Ukrainian SBU, or the Ukrainian Intelligence Service. And look at this. We have a little birthday present from African continent to Budanov. Look at it. Extremely cool. They're saying their stuff, happy birthday, and then they're gonna shoot their weapons also into the air. It is insanely cool. I'm sure this got Budanov to smile. Otherwise, he never smiles. Awesome. Happy birthday, Budanov. Boom, I'm flying in because we have a special request from Mr. John Bend. And I need to thank Lovely Inastits. Yeah, it sounds super weird, but John, you wanted it, so somebody got pranked. Lovely Inastits. Thank you. My friends, we have new patrons and I'm dying to give you their names in a very haunting way with my Estonian expressions, Estonian intonations. We have the biggest patron of the month, Greg Eastman. Greg Eastman, thank you very much for giving a lot of support for the cause. Randi Hartley, thank you. And if you want to shoot me a message, I'll answer all messages in Patreon. Daniel Lorenz. Ville Hinka. Mike O. Tolovan. Thank you to these 5 people. If you like my channel, become a sergeant in the Artur's army. Patreon is in the description below. Until my next video, which will be on Monday, Slava Ukraini, my friends. Bye-bye.